Welcome to this week's Down Home with Tina show. I'm your host, Tina Thompson. I've got some great guests coming up. You know, with COVID and all of that that's happened in the last year, I know it's just so many have been talking about it. It's been a year, it's the anniversary of, and you know, all the things that we've been through. But guess what? I'm excited to announce is that it is spring and it's a happy spring, and that's why I wore my sweatshirt this week that says Hello Sunshine. Even though there may be some dark clouds that hover over us at times, we've got to always remember that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and here we are. We have all gotten past it. We're here. A lot of lessons have been learned, and a lot of people are now not taking their loved ones for granted, which is always a positive and great things. I want to just also let you know before we get on into the show is that the couple of guests that I have Jonett, who is with the visiting Fairfield County, and to visit Fairfield County. I knew I was going to do that. Anyway, she's a great guest. She's coming up, going to talk about some of the things that they've got going on and what we have right here in our very own backyard. And also Corey Schoonover. You never know what you're going to get with Corey. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. It's Down Home with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm a recovering addict. For 10 of the last 11 years, I've been struggling with addiction, homelessness, incarceration, and just loneliness. However, since getting clean this past year, I've accomplished more than I have in those 10 years combined. After attending outpatient counseling services, inpatient counseling services, living in a sober living house, and attending 12-step meetings, I've been able to regain control of my life and begin to achieve goals I've always dreamed of. Addiction can destroy lives in many ways. Whether you need help with childcare or financial assistance, everyone deserves a new beginning. Recovery supports are just that, supports for recovery. My life mattered. Your life matters too.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. First time guest on the show, and I'm excited to have her. I know you all are probably like, Tina, you're always excited to have everybody. I think it's because I'm blessed that I get to do what I love to do. And I have a feeling that Jonett Haberfield is the same way. She's the executive director at Visit Fairfield County. And oh my goodness, I can't even imagine what it was like for you all. First of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
For the last year of, you want people to come visit us, but what was there to visit, and how can you visit and follow all of the rules that were going on?
Well, we talked a lot about outdoor recreation. That's what people could do. And, you know, we were in that place, though. We wanted people to come, and we needed people to come, but we didn't want them to come. So it was really challenging. So we're so glad that things are starting to get back to normal. Because it was a real challenge. Of course, we worked from home for a month or so, and then we opened, and we still don't have as many visitors coming in the actual visitor center, because we do have a visitor center, and people come in to get information. So we do a lot more talking on the phone.
What are the hours for that, real quick?
They're from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and we are open when we have events or if something's going on downtown. We extend the hours, of course.
Okay, so exciting that having you on, because I know I am really looking forward to what is going to happen and to look forward to this next year, 2021. I keep saying it's going to be amazing. So I have this plant at home, and somebody else's plant bloomed as well, but it only blooms around Thanksgiving to Christmas time. No, this plant bloomed this past week, and I saw somebody else's, and I go, you know what? That's because it's a blooming of a new
Is it a
year.
Christmas cactus?
It is.
But they always bloom weird times. They never bloom around Christmas.
But mine never did. It was always just that once a year at that time. And so I'm going, you know what though, but that's great because things are blooming. Spring is here and it's going to be great. It's a good sign for 2021 of what we're going to get to do. What are some of the things that you know is going to happen?
Well, we know that there's still things you can do whether there are events or not. And we have planned and prepared and created lots of reasons for people to come here. So they can still come Even though there aren't events, we have lots of trails, which is a really popular. Now, when I say trails, I don't mean outdoor hiking trails.
Yeah.
I mean themed activity trails. Like we just launched a sweet tooth trail, which means you can go to all of the bakeries and the popcorn shops and the ice cream stores and all of those things and just get all of your sweet tooth things under control. You can also do a Java trail, go to all the 8 independently owned coffee shops across the county. We have a museum trail, we have an outdoor art trail, we have a whole list. You can stop by our office and pick up one of these, or you can visit our website, which we have a whole page all about trails. So that's something you can do anytime, and you can do that socially distanced. You can do that with the friends in your pod. You know, when you go into a business, of course, you're still going to have to follow the COVID protocols, but that's okay. You know, you can still go out and do them.
I've seen that, and I know because I sent a message and said, hey, what's going on at the ale house? Are we having any kind of outdoor music, anything like that? Of course. I think it's because of the way that the weather has been in March.
Well, and a lot of the patios, a lot of patios are open. I've eaten at the bistro patio. I ate at Cherry Street Pub this week when it was nice outside. So some of those things, and there is some live music that's going on. And we have a pretty extensive events section on our website. And we have a Facebook page. And what's cool about our Facebook page is we put the events that are going on. We co-host a lot of events. So we just, if you want to know what's happening, go to it's just visit Fairfield County, Ohio is our Facebook page. And then click the events tab and you'll see all kinds of things that are going on.
And that's why I was like, oh, they're having at one of the wineries, they're having a blues band. And I'm kind of like, oh, it is just one of those things where that just sounds like it would be nice and calm and you just relax outside or inside. I'm not quite sure. I didn't even see which one it was, but.
Another thing that we had a lot of people do during the pandemic and now that the weather's breaking is they go look at our covered bridges. We have 17 original covered bridges. We have a whole marketing piece that has all the pictures in them. It has the addresses and it has a map and all that good stuff. So we've tried to make it as easy as possible for people to find things to do that don't necessarily require, you know, mingling and being with groups of people. So there's lots of stuff.
And keeps them busy because that way they can get outside and explore our own county. I lived for a while in Western New York and I used to say, oh, it's so gorgeous because they've got the wine country up there and stuff. And then I thought, I came home and I go, what am I thinking? It's in our backyard. And I don't know if we just get used to it and we take it for granted.
Well, and that's the thing that people have discovered, a lot of things that are in their backyard. And we've changed the way we market a lot because we typically market to people who don't live here. It's all about bringing new people and their new money and encouraging them to come here and spend their money and support our businesses. But, you know, a lot of people weren't traveling at all. So we started doing a lot more things with local people. And that was great because they didn't realize what was in their own backyard. So we even, I don't know if you're aware, but it's our organization that does the Scarecrow Trail or the Trail of Scarecrows. So because of that, we actually launched an app, which is our entire website on your phone, which is really cool. And it started out because of the Trail of Scarecrows. We had a what they call a challenge. So you could check in at each scarecrow, and if you did, then you could qualify to win a prize. And so, you know, there's lots of interactive, and, you know, we try to engage with people that are in the area and, you know, present them with new ideas and different things to consider. So
I love it because, like you said, you're reminding folks what they can do here local that live here locally. And
we have great parks and just amazing things that a lot of them are free. They don't even cost anything, you know, to go and explore them. So there's lots of things if you just look a little bit harder than you typically have.
Somebody gets bored, you call Visit Fairfield County because they're going to tell you something that you can do that is at minimal cost or no cost at all.
Or no cost at all. And we have all kinds of ideas. We have a blog that's on our website too, so we're always doing that. We also, in January, started doing a monthly newsletter. So in that newsletter, we feature a restaurant, we feature a retail store, we feature an event venue. Because a lot of people don't realize we have 8 wedding barns in Fairfield County, which when I first came here 4 years ago, I'm like, what? 1 wedding barn? But no, we have 8 of them, and we have new ones that are being developed right now. So, you know, we try to feature one of those and showcase, and we've gotten great response from that newsletter because people are like, we didn't even know these things were here. And we try to do one of those stories as a video. So actually our newsletter is coming out next week, and we just shot a video out at Little Stuffins, which is that Build-A-Bear place that's at the mall. How cool is that? So, you learn something new all the time.
So anybody who wants to find out more, just contact you. What's your info again?
Our website is visitfairfieldcounty.org. Our local phone number is 740-654-5929. Our Facebook page, we have an Instagram page. Stop by our office. We're on Wheeling Street, right at the corner of Columbus and Wheeling. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to chat with you. And we help a lot of people with relocation too. If you've got visiting friends and family, or, if you've got a group coming in or an event, we do little welcome bags for people with all kinds of information in it. So we're just your source for local stuff. So
a great one at that.
So come see us. Yeah.
Visit Fairfield County, Executive Director Jonett Haberfield with us, and so excited that she got to. So if you get bored, there's no reason for it. It's just because you might be the big L word for the day, and you're allowed to be lazy is what I'm referring to. Right. But if you don't want to be and you want to get out and about, that's the place to call. You're watching Down Home with Tina.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference.
We were retiring from Tucson, Arizona, and we made a retirement trip out around Ohio, having decided that's where we wanted to be. And we came across this town called Lancaster, and we fell in love with the downtown area, where the fountain is, and the memorials, and the flags, and all this stuff. And we looked around and I said, there's our bank right there.
There's something to be said about a community bank in your hometown.
Right. If you live in the community, you should do business in the community as much as possible. So it makes sense to bank with the community bank where you live.
Fairfield Federal is the bank to be at. If you live in this town, or any town actually, you want to bank at a local home bank. And the employees are happy here, they're conversant, customer service is through the roof. There's nothing more you could ask for.
Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I've got Corey Schoonover, now I'm going to call you my old friend.
Thanks.
He's Executive Director, Fairfield Area Humane Society. We're
young friends.
We are young friends, folks, and thank you so much for watching Down Home with Tina. No, Corey, thanks for being a guest, and you're one of my sponsors. I love having you on. We were talking about it when I used to do talk radio. We could talk for 40 minutes. Bam.
Yep.
If I needed Corey, I'd be like, Corey, can you come in? He's like, what day? We always knew the time, so he's like, what day? Because it was live, and we just went and chatted about life and things.
I'm like the lowest paid designated hitter I know. We need to figure that out. I noticed there's no cookies here.
Okay, so I made cookies and I owe people cookies. I can't believe you just called me out on my show.
I did because you're sitting here saying how great I am helping you out, and then hey, wait a minute, there's no cookies. What happens if I walk out now? You're just gonna talk to yourself?
It would be really awkward. Because I would be like, well, this is what I know about the Fairfield Area Humane Society. I don't think that I could fill the whole entire segment up with things, but I would sure do my best in talking about you guys. You know I'm an avid supporter with that. Would you say? Oh, you don't believe me?
You can do it.
I could do it. I can do it. No, I was really wanting to see one of the animals this week, but you just let me down again.
Well, then we're even with no cookies. I didn't bring a puppy and you didn't provide cookies.
No, seriously.
See how that works? That's how we've been long-time acquaintances. It just works out. We disappoint each other evenly.
And we still laugh about it because that's what good old friends are for. Yeah. We happily disappoint each other. My shirt says, hello, sunshine.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Oh, Corey, that is really funny. My cookies turned out awful this week. New oven. I guess I didn't practice.
All right, well, thank you then.
and but they still
Did they
tasted
taste
good.
okay?
Yeah.
They just weren't presentable. Is that what you're saying?
That's it. I think that's really what it is. Yeah. So this is what I'll do for you. I will go home and I will finish up the batch and bring it over to the Humane Society for you guys.
Yeah, I don't really mind if they're not presentable.
I'll be honest
as
with
they
you.
taste good.
I already figured that's what I was going to do anyways. Give you the ugly cookies.
I get the hand-me-downs too. Whatever hand-me-downs we'll call them.
The
that.
ugly cookies.
The ugly cookies.
The unpresentable cookies.
It's going to be very hard for me to get up the next time to grace you with my presence
No, it's
when
not.
you're giving me the ugly cookies.
I'll promise cookies that look better.
They better have smiley faces on them. Just chocolate chips and a smiley face.
Great. Awesome now.
Okay. Fantastic.
So, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Fabio?
Yeah.
Is that what you?
Yeah.
People still are asking about your hair.
I didn't think that it would be such a talking point.
It's fun though.
In all
It's a big
kinds of
fun.
different realms. It is. I could have a whole show about my hair.
What did you tell me one time? Your dad cut his beard once.
My
and you
dad-
were so shocked. So when you cut your hair, people are going to be just as shocked probably.
There's going to be some relief when I cut my hair. My brother was a baby, 9 months old, whatever. My dad shaved his mustache.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
And that same evening, my mom goes to hand my brother to my dad, and he was freaked out. Started crying. Like I've seen my dad cry maybe 3 times in my life, and one of them was because Devin wouldn't go to him as a baby because he had no mustache.
He didn't know.
And my dad didn't shave his mustache again for 30 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
He shaved it a few years ago, and we all, as grown adults, were like, no.
No.
Don't do that.
Ever again.
Ever again. You don't need to go without the mustache. So he's got a nice little goatee and the long hair. So the long hair thing has become
A family
like
thing.
a joke with him.
Oh, a joke with him.
Even my mom's been fine with it. My mom came into work the other day and said, I think you're going to have to cut your hair soon.
She did.
It's like, don't say that in front of people, especially the girls at work. The girls at work are leading the charge. Like, you got to cut your hair. So now now it's a joke. I'll come out of my office sometimes with it in a little man bun in the back. I split it and had pigtails on the side one time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my cheeks are starting to hurt because I can't stop smiling because that was really funny, Corey.
But I'll be in random places and I'll get text messages like, "What happened to your hair?" Like I just haven't cut it.
That's what happens with COVID. You don't cut your hair because that's where it all did start, wasn't it? You just couldn't get in, and then you just continued to let it go. You've been Bob, and then maybe Fabio, and
so now it's gotten to a thing. I'll yell to my wife from the bedroom while I was watching. What was I watching? I was watching a movie, and Matthew McConaughey was on, and he had his hair longer and whatever. And I yelled out to the kitchen. I said, "Natalie, do you think I can cut my hair like Matthew McConaughey?" She's like, "Nah, I don't think you're Matthew McConaughey right now." So it's like it's become a thing. I'm like the Lancaster.
I love her. She's so
The
funny.
Lancaster Keanu Reeves. I was called one day at work. So I'm like, I don't know if that's like I should apologize to Keanu Reeves for that. I don't know. So I think at this
Corey.
point it's just kind of a fun conversation starter, and then everybody knows I'll get back to it.
Yeah.
But I've never thrown so many tantrums when I'm trying to sleep. I can tell you that. Get out of my face! Like how do you guys do it? Like ladies. I love long hair. I don't, ladies with long hair, but I have to.
I'm sorry, I cannot even
ask.
stop laughing because this is just really funny.
What?
My head hurts. I'm laughing so hard.
I'm sweaty neck. I'm waking up. It's matted in my face.
Right.
I'm trying to brush it out and has tangles in it.
Maybe you just have to put it on top of your head in a pigtail.
I have this headband thing that
Yeah?
I'll put. So I can't I try and do it nonchalantly. I use my sunglasses when I'm tired of my hair and I put it up. So it's like a a faux headband.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm like,
'cause-
no, it's just my sunglasses.
Well,
so.
the windy days outside, I'm sure, makes it go
Yeah,
crazy.
so
and
now I
loud.
carry a hat in the truck at all times. If I'm having a
So-
bad hair day.
Let me ask you this: do your animals are they like, yep, that's our dad, because they know your scent? I'm talking about because your dogs, the house.
My dogs at home are fine. I think, I don't know. Between that, you know what does help right now? So there are certain times, and
I never
and
know
I
what
love
you're gonna tell
talking.
me.
I love talking to everyone, but there are a lot of times now in town, or I'm running errands or whatever, they take twice as long because I stop and talk to everyone or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But between the long hair, a hat on, and the mask, I can walk by people I've known for years.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm in a hurry. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Like I've been
because-
stopped loading my groceries and my ice cream melts because I'm out there talking for so long.
And that's what I say. How long have you been with the Humane Society now? It's the same, I know, with
10.5 years.
10.5 years, and you've gotten to know a whole lot of people in the community
Yeah.
because you are so involved. Are you guys still are you going to be able to get back involved this year compared
Yes.
to what last year was like? What do you have on your agenda of things to do? Because I know Wolfstock didn't happen.
Yeah, and I think so. One of the things I filled out the other day was our form for Festival Fair Day. So the Lancaster
Yes.
Festivals, getting
Planning
all
some
their
stuff.
stuff going and
Yeah.
planning. So I filled out my form to do that. I hope Wolfstock won't be an issue. I think it's going to be kind of see how everything goes when all the events start happening, and we'll see. But at this point, it's kind of, I'm trying to recruit people to help us with the events because we're so busy right now. By Wednesday, I'm like, is it Friday yet? Like it's exhausting.
What all do you have right now happening?
So I think since the last time we talked, we expanded our vet clinic hours. So now the vet clinic's open 4 days a week instead of 2. And in that process, we hired, not just for the vet clinic, but we hired an additional 6 people because we needed help in the office, we needed help in the clinic. So it's, training new people. I hadn't had to train new people in quite a while because the staff has been really, everybody's been there for quite some time. So integrating all the new people has been interesting, and you try and explain to the other staff that's been there with me either the whole 10 years or 8 years or 6 years, and you almost feel bad for the new people because all the veterans, if you will, are like, hey, they're just not catching on. I'm like, well, hold on a second, because 8 years ago we were doing A, B, and C, and then if we went ahead and added D, we just had to learn one new thing. Now we have like A through F,
And they have to learn it all.
that the new people are learning, and so it's going to take a minute. So if you happen to call in and you'll know we still have some new folks. If they got to put you on hold to ask one of us a question, it's just we're transitioning to a whole new thing.
Do you have a lot of the dogs or cats right now, or what's it looking like as far as that goes with adoptions? Because I know that you guys do so well with getting them adopted out.
Adoptions we do over 100 of those a month at this point. I mean, that's the norm now. We've been transferring in. We transfer in a lot of our dogs. A lot of the dogs don't come from the community. We have a few different partner shelters that we help out. Believe it or not, and it'll change here soon, so don't get too excited. But we've been short or low on cats and kittens right now because we've been adopting them so quickly. But kitten season is right around the corner, so.
What do you recommend to folks if they've got a kitten or cat problem outside?
Well, we
With
can
them
talk
spraying
about
and
that
stuff.
soon.
Okay,
Especially if
soon.
you're in Lancaster,
Yeah.
because I got a new program.
Oh, you
talk
do?
about.
Okay.
Always have something new, right?
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're not ready yet to talk about that quite yet.
Well,
Not yet.
yeah,
Are
we'll
we?
talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're watching Downhill with Tina.
Dagger Law has been part of the Lancaster community for more than 110 years. This is where we live and work. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and all around town. We consider our clients as friends, and we walk alongside you through challenging times. Whether you're a growing business, a changing family, facing litigation, planning your future, or dealing with land issues, we're right here. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced. Dagger Law.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. Corey Schoonover is my guest, one of the guests on today's show. And we're just going to find out some more stuff of what they've got going on over at the Fairfield Area Humane Society. He's the executive director over there. 10.5 years. Holy cow. And a lot of things you've added. You were talking about how you just hired folks and new employees, and there's a whole lot of things for them to learn because of all of the different things that you now have to offer, which is great because you continue to grow, which means you are continuing as well. If you can grow, it means you're doing something right. And what I mean by that is you're adopting out cats and dogs to forever homes, and you're able to bring in others as well. But you also, because we were talking about kitten season is coming up here, and anybody who doesn't know that, how many cats can be one cat? I know you used to know the numbers. You can kind of, one cat that gets pregnant and they have kittens, and then they have kittens, and they have kittens. And how many kittens do you have?
There's a chart. I think it's like 144,000 or something like that over their lifetime. And the pyramid kind of goes down from like there. Yeah.
And if you just get that one cat neutered,
that would be helpful. I think, the biggest thing, I think to get across to people is it's a community effort. It has to be.
Yes.
Not to be blunt about it, but we're not the ones tossing kittens out on the street or cats that are having them. So, we have some partnerships and resources to help. One of the big partnerships I'm excited about, it's taken 7 years to get there, is I've really been working hard with the city of Lancaster to kind of, I guess now they're in agreement, like, yes, we, it's one of the biggest complaints as, for the city from a city councilman's perspective, mine included, is the stray cat problem. So this year we're bringing our TNR program back. We're bringing it back in-house, and the city has set aside a small amount of money in the budget to help with that. So anyone who lives inside city limits and has a major stray cat problem, they can contact us, and we'll work with them to start getting those guys trapped and fixed. They're not gonna go away, but TNR, trap, neuter, return, is the best happy medium. And studies show, science studies, whatever, shows that's the best way, and the population will control itself and eventually shrink. So I'm pretty excited about that program. And we have 2 expansions that are getting ready to happen. Hopefully they'll start breaking ground here in the next few weeks. So we're adding a whole new puppy wing. We're adding on to the vet clinic, onto our grooming.
I just always smile about it because I think the very first project, and we don't have a lot of time left, was the dog park.
Yeah.
When you got on, was that that would have been your first project?
Yes.
Which was when I first started. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was 2013, 2014, maybe.
It was a little while ago.
Maybe.
You just keep going. Corey, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for taking the time to be a guest, because I know that you are so busy. And the website for anybody who wants to know more, or they can stop in at the shelter.
Fairhumane.org. It's got all of our available animals, all the services that we offer. So definitely check that out.
Okay. And Facebook. You have Facebook as well.
Oh, yeah. We always post our newbies, the new kids ready for adoption, are on our Facebook page. So make sure you follow that.
Yeah. And also, they go quick. So if there's
Yes.
one up there and you call in, please don't be disappointed because just it is.
Better to
what it
beg for
is.
forgiveness and ask permission. So just get it and then make sure
Yeah.
the wife and husband are
Yeah.
happy with it.
Oh no. Well, you have to also fill out the application, and
Yep.
there's a whole process of that stuff
Yeah.
too. So that way, yeah, you got to make sure that it's all good, so that that kid, furry kid, will be in a forever home. Right, Corey?
You got it.
Thank you, Ann. Folks, I hope you have a wonderful week. God bless. Until we meet again, I hope it is next week. You've been watching Down In with Tina.